Yep, I have. I have the set. I have the setup. Okay, where am I going? All the way up there. Survey the... Oh, well, let me go any higher than that. Fun. Ahem. Okay, they got tired of it. Locust. There we go. Okay, they stunned me. They didn't like it. They didn't like it. They didn't like it. As well as I should have been expecting. It's just one mage. I mean, with her bird. Boko is very powerful. In fact, if you took out me, you'd still have to deal with Boko, and Boko is not something to sneeze at. I feel like there should have been more. Oh, too far. I feel a bit touch-dizzy. Sneaking around like that about has left me drained, but I'm glad to see you aren't unharmed. We met a handful of guards, thanks to you. Just a handful? Damn. You don't do things by halves, do you, my friend? I mean, my dancing is definitely... I could hear the commotion from the other side of the wall. Our foe was so focused on your battle. I mean, I bet they looked at me and said, oh my god, it's the Warrior of Light. We better pay attention. I dare say we could have walked out with an entire shelf of records, so why didn't you? As things stand, however, we content ourselves with the knowledge of Lambert's forthcoming operations. I suggest we withdraw the cerulean plant, that we might converse in relatively safety. But would it seem the experience has taken a toll on poor Arya? Are you able to walk, my dear? I feel much recovered, thank you. Haven't you people ever heard of? I see the colors return to your cheeks, Arya. Do you feel any better? Much better, thank you. I may have been pushing too hard to perfect my white magics. From what I witnessed, I'd say you have much work ahead of you. Keep at it. I will! I mean, I could understand. I could be, like, I guess, pretendingly say that I'm better at white magic than I am, say, the black magic side of things, since my black mage is so low and all my healers are so high. Let's return to the subject at hand. We uncovered documents detailing the Emperor's deployment of the Cabal, and as much as we surmised. The Cabal's assassins spirited away youths with arcane aptitude, much like our Arya here, and delivered them to Lambert for branding. Once the cursed sigil is destroyed their will, he fills their empty minds with lethal thaumaturgy and conditions for them to follow his every command. It seems, however, that the formation of the Cabal itself was relatively recent development. Lambert received Imperial orders to organize his puppets into an expendable force A fearless, unswervingly loyal cult of assassins that could strike against the resistance supporters in lands beyond the Empire's reach. This plan, as well as Lambart's involvement, was proposed by the Crown Prince Xenos, heir apparent to the Emperor. Even within the Imperial legions, this man has a reputation for cold brutality. Aside from his mastery of red magics, Lambart is well versed in ancient spells and rituals. Doubtless this knowledge, coupled with his singular lack of moral character, did much to curry favor of a monster such as Xenos. And now we come to the Cabal's next assignment. I could scarce believe my own eyes when I read the details of the operation. Lambart's next target is the Garlon Ironworks, the company of engineers founded by the great Cid Garlon. As a sanctuary for Imperial deflectors, the Ironworks has long drawn the ire of the Empire. And if that wasn't reason enough, the company has also begun sharing engineering secrets with the Almegan resistance. To my knowledge, this will be the highest profile enemy the Cabal has ever been deployed against. But the operation will not target Cid himself. They have far more effective method in mind. Jesse! No! They plan to assassinate Garland's senior staff. The name at the top of their list was Jesse, his deputy present. Cid's ideas cannot be brought into intuition without a talented team of engineers, and the organization itself will grind to a halt without Jesse's expertise. Her loss will be a dark day for Eorzea indeed. I mean, I am a healer, and I can res. Well, not as a red mage, but yet. I've communicated the details of the assassination to the Ironworks. Unlike Master Wilkins' case, however, Lambart has been ordered to succeed at any cost. He will keep sending his killers until the deed is done, or he put a stop to this cabal for good. That means bringing down Lambart himself. Ishnai, Arya, I will need your aids. Sharpen your swords and ready your spells. We are going to war. I thought we already were going to war. I thought the whole point was war. I don't understand it. I can cast white magic in proper manner, but the effects are so weak. Magnification. Nice. Lambart will be preparing to move on the Garlean Ironworks. According to the plans we reviewed, they know that Jesse is scheduled to accompany a delivery to the Alamegan resistance. The ambush itself will be sprung on the outskirts of Revenant's Toll, as she makes her way to a waiting airship. It should be a simple matter for us to lie in wait in Mordona and take the ambushers and Lambart by surprise. Our success will of course hinge upon Jesse's cooperation, and I've arranged to meet her to hammer out the finer details. Pray travel ahead to Revenant's Toll. We'll find you on the terrace above Rowena's House of Splendors. So basically where they can see us talking to her. Hopefully they didn't realize y'all, you know, don't have any, like, things that could film people running around their base or anything. I'm gonna do something real quick that before it jumps my mind. I know it's a bit somewhere else. Like all things. But, Rowena's been wanting me to deliver this for a while. Over here to the weaponsmith of legend. Oh, speaking of, how the whole relationship's going with the society things, I can go and do the new Ixal quest. I don't want to tonight. That might be a tomorrow thing. got business with me, adventurer? Then you better be coin or drink. Otherwise, bugger off back to where you came from. Restoration works for an old weapon, you say? Ha! What made you think that I'd fire up an old orge for a grimy old... Egads! Where in the seven hells did you get that promise of payment? I ain't got no coin, I tell you. Not a single bloody gill. God, just look at me! How far I've fallen. Me, the greatest weaponsmith of our age, hammering out dents and kettles to pay off a tavern debt. Can you even begin to grasp me, humiliation? Can ye? Bah! Of course you can't. Why do I even bother asking? Alright, alright, alright. I'll restore ye bloody weapon. Just get goddamn slip of paper out of me sight. A quest Rebellic Reborn is now available from quests only taken while playing one of the following ones. Or accept will fit previously mentioned job. Each one has its own Rebellic Reborn for that job. Please note, you can only take one at a time. Complete or abandon current quest. Cool. Was there any real difference between the... I already have that one. Oh, that's where we get these, really? Yeah. Portly Moogle, what do you sound like? I like to watch Garrett pound away, but he spends far too much time draining a bottle than holding his hammer. He drinks so much, he should have been born a cask of mead, Kupo. But yeah, while I was thinking about it, I needed to get that done. Yeah. Stained in Scarlet. Let's see, yeah, I think I have it still set to Revenant Toll. Moved it over to Revenant Toll. With a sense of rationality. I guess because I don't really think along the lines of how to get around rules and stuff. What occurred to me when I was like laying there on why on the patch notes or whatever they said they're limiting people from wandering or traveling to different servers was to see if there was less of a line in getting in, well, queue in getting into the server at different locations, and where it prioritizes those that are from that actual server. It just laying in bed was when it finally like it clicked. It went, oh, that's why they were limiting the movement stuff of. I don't have the correct mindset to figure to be mischievous in that way. I mean, it's not breaking the rules, but it's definitely trying to get around. Oh no, I would break rules, but it's not an immediate, I don't try and think of how to do it. I have broken rules. I will admit that. It's just not my priority to do it. To think out a way around the box. I'm sorry, were you looking for me? I just felt more comfortable waiting in the corner. Oh, Shirun and Jesse are here. I'm definitely not an angel. I break rules. I just, first of all, break rules that I feel like shouldn't be rules in the first place. And second of all, usually when I do break them, it's not because I've planned ahead of time on how to get around them as much. I just ignore them. Right, I've heard all about this big plan to murder me. I'm surprised no one's tried it before, considering how the company starts to fall apart the very instant I leave the room. Any road, I understand that you and Miss Ciarfox here are in charge of keeping me alive while I make my merry way to the airship. Is that correct? Lambart's been instructed to bring his entire cabal to bear in this operation. As long as they've no hint that we're onto their plan, we stand a chance of wiping out the lot of them. I only wish we could manage it without exposing you to danger. Maybe we could, if I pretend to be Jesse. I know, right? Dress you up as the deputy president? That's actually a rather clever idea. Let's get the girl in a costume then. I'm not afraid to act as bait, but when push comes to shove, I'll only be in your way. We need to do something about that hair. I mean, it's a good thing they're not trying to get me to be pretending that I'm her. There we go. From a distance, so we'll be able to tell the difference. It's just, up close you're a bit short. Can we stretch you out by a film or so? You know glamours exist. Also glamours that can change your hair color. And also, I have a friend with an aesthesia, whatever he is, that could change your hair color real quick and then change it back. Stretch me out? I'm only playing your leg, lass. I appreciate what you're doing for me. If you ever need a favor, I'll be happy to pay you back in kind. That's what she said. I know, right? Ironworks airship will soon arrive at the cliff side outside of town. Arya will make the vessel while pretending to be Jesse, and you, Ishnai, will act as her bodyguard. We still have a little time until the airship is scheduled to depart. Make whatever preparations you need to meet me at the Aetheryte. Oh, you are up here. I wasn't expecting... Revenant's Toll has expanded so quickly. My, how the days do roll past while our minds are focused on other things. Wait, then! That was less damage than I thought. I thought that I was on my mount when I did that, but like I said, that was less damage than expected. Jesse said that I'd be more convincing if I appear on the verge of biting someone's nose off. I'm not even sure what that means. Anger. The time has come. The Ironworks airship makes ready for port, and our battle with the traitorous Lambard fast approaches. There is, however, one thing I have never been able to reconcile. Why did Lambard sell his soul to the Empire? He was the duelist's most brilliant scholar, and not the kind of man who would betray his homeland for vulgar coin. I was baffled when I heard the Empire bought his loyalty. If it's coin, it might be something different like status, or she was a scholar, knowledge. But no matter his reasons, I'm just guessing. The crime he committed is unforgivable, and we shall bring him to justice. Let's see the deed done, my friends. To the southeast gate. Or maybe it's just me that, I value knowledge or interesting things to learn above money. Speaking of which, there's some cool articles that I found that we can't wait to share next week on Thursday. I think it's next Thursday, is it right? Yes, next Thursday, the 4th. I've been practicing my spells, but I wonder if I'm ready for this. Oh, but I best not cast anything while I pretend to be Jessie. It is the 4th of July, isn't it? Yeah, I'll probably. I have to hang. If you miss it, you can always watch it on replay. On Twitch, or when I start putting it up on YouTube. Though it'd be quicker to watch it since I break up the videos on YouTube. It might just be quicker to watch it on. Okay, that works. Though, hopefully my mic will not piss me off with the fireworks. The airship is waiting near the Keeper of the Lake, but we can be sure the assassins will make their move before you arrive. Ishnai, it'll be up to you to protect Jesse on the road. Rather than let us flank us, I will intercept the large group meant to fall upon you from the south. You continue to surprise me with the potency of your offensive magics, Arya. With the progress you've shown, I have little doubt you could hold your own against one or two of these mindless assassins. But I must ask that you do not engage in combat unless absolutely necessary. The goal is to lure Lambard himself into the fray, and our charade must be convincing. Ishnai should be more than a match for his puppet underlings. I have no doubt of that. Right, then. Off I go! I was really frustrated last night. What was the job you got again? Oh, a liquor store, wasn't it? That was some battle. Are you ready to continue? Yes. I'm not here for this fate. It's a hostile presence, yeah. I see a fucking hostile presence. You make it look so easy. Hello? Yes, Ishnai's defeated every ambush so far. Very good. I finished mopping up the flanking group and will take up position near the airship. We'll continue the charade for now. Make to board the airship as planned. Ishnai and I will conceal ourselves nearby until Lambert makes its moves. He should have a few puppets left and will be forced to take action directly. That's when we strike. Together! Hear all that, Ishnai? Let's keep moving then. Though, wherever you are, would it be in a... I don't know. A dry county? In the sense of, like, Sunday is a dry, day where they aren't allowed to sell alcohol. It used to be the city used to sell alcohol on Sunday, but the county did not until they realized how much money they were losing. I don't see Shirun, but he said he'd be hiding nearby. Better hide too, or Lambert will see through the ruse. How much money they were losing to the city, and started selling alcohol on Sunday as well. least you know you won't work on a Sunday. Want to know an interesting fact? Because I am not random. You know, Jim Beam whiskey? The factory is in a dry county, which means that they can't actually sell you the alcohol at its location. So basically you buy a slip at the, if you do a tour of the factory, they'll basically you buy a slip if you want to actually get any of the alcohol, and you have to drive over to the county over to pick it up at their store. What do we have here? I don't know if it's changed recently, if it's not one, because a lot of dry counties have stopped being dry counties. But at least the last time I checked. What do you have here? An imposter? 'Twould seem I've fallen victim to a child's ploy. Hi, I am Jan's troop. Your cabal's in ruins, Lambert, and this time you'll face the consequences of your crimes. But first, I must know, why did you turn coat for the Empire after all we had achieved together? Still the same simple Jiroon, the same tiresome idealism. Your point? How many lives did we save, you and I? What did that truly accomplish? The ancient art of red magic is capable of so much more. Well, the thing is, if I remember correctly, Jim Beam used to be, like, during the Prohibition was underground stuff. And they decided to go legal. When it was all said and done. Or did they exist beforehand, kind of went illegal? I don't remember. Well, if I remember correctly, what they can do is give out samples. But they're like, at best, shot. You know, wine and cheese levels, like, small little cups. Because that's not them selling it. What you're being sold is a tour of the factory. How many lives did we save, you and I? Truly accomplished. A red mage restricts the source of his mana, but accelerates the effect of his spells via the medium of his own physical form. And what would befall such a mage who then attempts the same techniques while channeling the vast ethereal energies of nature? I don't know, I'm a white mage. A fool's endeavor. The wielder would be consumed. I mean, I am white mage. Just so we see the true and there we see the true potential of the art. Imagine incredible powers we could unleash. Were we not caged within these prisons of flesh? I mean... It was the wisdom of the ancients that I discovered the means to transcend our limits. A method to transform one's vessel and command ever greater magics. He became a vampire. You know, I was joking about that, but apparently not. Alright, Vincent. Except not cool Vincent. The prize to be played, however, was a costly one. Restructuring my body required years upon years spent in arcane slumber. And was it worth it to surrender with that which makes you mortal? I'm freed from my change! I now command energies greater than any found in the black, or the white, or the red. The Crimson Duelists were merely my first step towards greatness. Noble sacrifices for a greater cause. You know, I hear you talking, but I'm technically immortal by having Heidelin's blessing, and how many times I've been, you know, killed trying to be a healer. But also, now that I think about it, Lady Iceheart had Heidelin's blessings too and still died, so I don't know how far, besides the main protagonist levels of Surviving. You damnable fiend! I chimed in. Haven't you people ever heard of? Oh no, he's become redheaded. He has no soul, I say as a redhead. My art is unfettered by weak-minded taboos. You cannot best me with your feeble red magics. Oh, he doesn't have to, but I can. Never once did I lose a duel to you. This day will be no different. Bitch! You always were the better fighter. I barely succeeded in giving you a scratch. But a single scratch is all I need. Poison? Is he leaking energy or something? You see, the consequences of my transformation. My strength lies not in harming your body, but in draining your spirit. Once I have wounded you, your life form just belongs to me. No! Catboy! You... Actual blood! What's this? Blood? Shiru, no! No! Very well. Well, you yet draw breath. But not for long. I'll send you to Thal's realm with the answers to your question. My reason for joining the Empire. My new form allows me to wield spells of magnitude denied to ordinary mortals. But I must feed. If I fail to consume sufficient life energies, then I am afflicted with a terrible hunger. My work as assassin provides me with fresh play, and an ideal environment within to pursue my research. I am eternally grateful to Xenos for his rare and generous understanding. That's because he likes battles. You speak of achievements, but the constraints of red magic offer naught but frustration. And now, after 2 decades of feudal resistance, is your struggle finally over? Friends, you must flee. Sorry, I couldn't hear you over the blood in your mouth. Excuse me while I go kill him. This is far from over. Bitchin'. Students of red magic, are you? Come then, show me how you resist the advent of your own destruction. Good that you don't know who I am, oh assassin. Close the goddamn door, no. No, wrong thing. Yes, burn bright little mages, your essence will be sweeter. I mean, I guess. Come here. I've been quite well prepared for things, being that I do other things besides be under his tutelage. I'll say, doing so many things has taught me. Oh no. I mean, what else would you use? Magic to, hide your, Wrong button. Yeah, of course it was vulnerable. I could hit it. It's vulnerable. I'm waiting for you to finish with this. Cool. No, I sacrificed everything. Cool, cool, cool. Whatever. Die. I sacrificed everything. That sounds like a you problem, the fact that you lose to me. My comrades, you are champions of the red. I don't know, try healing him. You must, Zirun, you mustn't try to move. I'm not dead yet, lass. Though it would be nice of you to thought. It was nice that you thought to avenge me. What a miserable pair we make. The last of the Crimson Duelists staining the ground scarlet with our blood. And I cannot even claim this final vengeance is mine. That honor goes to my students. Ah, but there lies the difference between you and me, Lambard. Your puppets follow your commands without question, but they'll not carry on your legacy after you're gone. Is that what 20 years of struggles has taught you? I admit the sense of justice which you infect others has delivered your victory, on this day at least. But fates are known to be spiteful twists of fortune. Take this aria of yours. She didn't use white magic at all. Very well. I'll be fine. It was tiring battle, that's all. Will this injustice which breaks you? A pity, I will miss your suffering. So we're gonna have to run and find something to cure her. Lambert knew something, and it seemed to amuse him. Are you truly alright? I feel much recovered, honestly. We should go to Revenant's Toll. Exit out! Exit out! I guess the next set of the Red Mage quest is finding something to help her. Oy. Sorry. Rearranging the pillows I'm sitting on. Close thing, but we won in the end. I really must work on my healing magics. Still an effort to remain upright, but I believe I'll live. Seeing as you countered the techniques which failed me was a proud moment indeed. You and Arya make a fine team. I expect the Deputy President will be along shortly. You have my thanks. Had you not uncovered this plot, I would almost certainly be dead by now. It's quite a sobering thought. 'Tis Ishnai and Arya who most deserve your gratitude. I was busy bleeding to death while the other two of them vanquished the assassin's master. Is that so? Then feel free to send me the bill for any expenses incurred on this operation to Sid himself. Why are you looking at me? Just have it on the expenses. It's like, me and Sid do tit for tat for saving each other. It's just the way it is. And I consider you a part of Sid's, you know, group, so therefore... I've given up trying to keep up with what her tab would be. So with Lambert's death, so too will his cabal of assassins cease to plague us. For much of my life, I have lived with failure, loss of my homeland, my inability to help prevent the calamity, but I choose to fight on in the face of these defeats. It has taken 2 decades to right the wrongs of my past, yet I finally have managed a tangible victory for my home and for Eorzea. You have made this possible. Thank you, my students, my comrades. Sweetie! Manification. Includes for Heaven's Sword. You've done so, Red Mage Quest. Well, good thing. Well, look at that. Red on arrival. Ha ha ha! When I first knew I knew I lost my memories. I was confused, frightened even. But ever since I started training as a Red Mage, it's as if none of that matters anymore. Thanks to you and Sirun, I have so much to look forward to. My life is my own. That's not a foreshadowing of anything, is it? Ishnai, Arya! While there were lessons to be learned as I dragged you along on my quest for vengeance, 'tis time I offered a more structured approach to your training. After long years, Alamigos finally has the chance to seize the reins of its destiny. But I'll continue with my pilgrimage. Even from beyond the borders of my homeland, there is still much I can contribute to its struggle. 2 decades ago, I joined the revolutionaries. Viva la revolution! Though our motives were just, it was our actions that ultimately created a breach for the Empire to exploit. My time at the at the forefront of that stage has ended. To return to it now would only invite confusion and resentment. The revolution has since become the Resistance, and the right to shape the future of Alamigo now rests in the hands of those who will live the coming age. No, I shall play my part by nurturing the new generation of Red Mages. I made my mark as a Crimson Duelist, but you will not be bound by my oath. You are free to decide for yourself how to best employ the skills I teach you. Now, as for your studies, you are well aware of my proclivity for practical application. We must challenge you with the new frontier, a place where the strong gather in search of adventure. To Adelshire, my friends. Is that really a new frontier? The color of her hair. I'm not coming over here for any reason. Nope. Not because I have enough room. Heading over to Idleshire. And she has a cute new outfit! What do you think? I bought myself a new garb and blade with the coin Jesse gave me. If only it was as easy to improve upon my skills. I mean... Young Arya has invested in her appearance, it would seem. Doesn't she look the part? Right, let's put in the new equipment. There's a hostile organization of goblins known as the Illuminati. I mean, I've taken that out, yes. Making trouble for people here in Adelshire. The most prominent threat to the populace seems to be mechanical soldiers controlled by the Illuminati aggressors. I say we do the locals a favor by using these clinking contraptions as combat practice. After your battle with Lambert, however, that may be all they amount to, especially for you, Ishnai. Your mastery of red magic is such now that I dare say you could handle a mechanical soldier or two on your own. As for you, Arya, your spells have raw power, but lack refinement. I think I would prefer to have you training alongside a partner. I wish to try fighting alone. Please understand, before I began learning magic, I felt like I scarcely existed. But when I watch you and Ishnai, when I see myself improving, that's when I feel the most alive. I was not more than that, than to become a full... I want not more than to become a full-fledged red mage. I want to stand at your side and fight as your equal. Well, far be it from me to stop you. Mayhap the perfect way to conquer your difficulties with white magic is to be alone in a situation which offers you little recourse but to rise above them. Both of you should head towards the Arkenton and find your own mechanical foes to overcome. I'll be waiting for you here at Maker's Quarter. Actually, while I'm here, I'm surprised I don't have earrings. Well, actually, that's a higher earring anyways. Never mind. Never mind! Okay, which side do you want me on? That side. Well, it really doesn't matter since I can fly. What did I do that for? Woo! Flying horse is flying. Hi, I'm here to torture your kind even more. On how many times, like, I killed your leader. I stopped your, Alexander thing. Your utopia. I hit wrong button. Wrong thing, wrong thing! I keep attacking the wrong things that are around me. Running, running. Is she also half vampire? I have come to recognize that confident step. Well done, Ishnai. Sure this is me? I happened to spot Arya on your travels, unless I have sorely overestimated her abilities. I would have expected her to arrive not long after you. Arya did seem intent on proving herself. Pray forgive the tormented metaphor, but I have a feeling she may have sliced off more than she could fry. Come, let us seek out the young mage and render aid if needed be. Did I not buy anything for her? Oh, right. You okay, hon? I mean, you did take down some. Ishnai, I did it. I won. Ishnai, there you are. Is Arya unharmed? My, that is gathering of goblins. From the looks of it, defeating this lot almost took everything she had. Can you walk, my friend? I've never seen you so... She is a vampire. She's Kyrie! I mean, give them to me. Your life energies, your souls, I must feed. Kyrie, this is a turn. Her hair, she's become like Lambert. Stop this, Arya. This is no use. The hunger is taken over. We have to knock her senseless. Beat the child. Cool, okay. Off screen. I suggest we take her back to Isleshire and let her rest at Rowena's establishment. I only hope she'll be more amenable to discuss when she awakes. Like I said, I can't say much because of my red hair, but I mean... in real life, I'm a natural auburn. It looks brown, kind of, but when the sunlight hits it just right, you can see the red. Amusing thing is, when I was first born, I had jet black hair. Then about when I was like about 3 months old, my hair kind of fell out and then came back blonde. And my hair was blonde until I turned 12. Or around that time. And then it turned brown. And the brown, like yellow, dirty blonde, and then brown, brunette kind of thing, and then to the auburn it is now. Jeans are funky sometimes. They agreed to lend us a place while Arya can recover. I'm not overly fond of owing favors to Rowena's consortium, but some days a bad deal is the best one we can get. But for the longest time, up until I think my senior year of high school, I kept dyeing my hair blonde because it just still felt natural for me to have blonde hair. And also, one of the things towards the end of my high school years that became a running joke was I was trying to get my hair as white as possible because I couldn't have unnatural hair colors, so I might as well not have any hair color. So like a white shade. And then I realized I could, especially when I was going off to college, that I couldn't keep my hair, like, continuously go to the hairstylist to keep doing that over and over again. So towards the end of my senior year, I decided just to dye it red. And then let it grow out to whatever color it would be. And then when I got into college, I decided to just dye it red with blue streaks in it. Because of course I did. And then of course, after I had to drop out of college, I just didn't really do much dyeing of anything of my hair. But when I worked at the flower shop, I decided to go back and actually try and dye my hair red again. But it's been a year, and it's gone back to its kind of red, natural red state. Not the actual dyed red. But between when I dropped out of college and when I finally got my hair dyed again was a few years. But on a side other note, what I noticed when I was about the age of 20, between hair dyes, that I actually started getting gray hairs, natural gray hairs. And some part of me was kind of afraid that one of the genes that my family has, and my aunt, this ended up with her, is ended up having white hair by the age of her early 20s. Which, I mean, I know I was trying to do that in high school, but that was just me being a smartass and trying to go, try and, you know, the whole thing of breaking the rules kind of thing I said earlier? Well, not breaking the rules. I was kind of playing around with almost breaking the rules with the white hair. Still being natural, but, you know, still being cool. Yeah. What happened? Did I truly attack you? Well, I mean, at one point I had the blonde hair with actual blue tips, but that was because we did a... It wasn't supposed to be a permanent dye, but it ended up staying permanent for a few weeks. I'm lucky that the school sort of liked me enough to give me a pass on that. God, so why would I do such a thing? I remember defeating that contraption. I remember falling to my knees, exhausted from spellcasting. I remember my thoughts fading away as the roar in my head grew louder and louder, and then nothing. I don't understand what possessed me. Never would I draw my blade on you, or Shirun. I'm truly sorry. Once more my memory betrays me. This was poor judgment on my part. I should not have tested you so harshly. Listen to me carefully now, Arya. I see how battle can exhaust you, but I failed to understand what grim truth such an exhausting presaged. In the moment you say a roaring drowned out your thoughts, and the color of your hair changed quite distinctly. We witnessed a similar transformation in Lambard ere he began to feed upon living aether. Lambard was able to employ magics of incredible power, but they left him hungering for life force. I believe what you experienced was the surrender to that very same hunger. I was born with patches. Yeah, I have strains of white hair. Still. I'm lucky that they're like... They're kind of grouped, but they're not completely grouped kind of white hair, so it doesn't look obvious that it's there. Viking look, yay! Well, the meaner you look, the more People may be afraid to, you know, not try and steal alcohol. It cannot be. My erstwhile colleague described how he enacted a change in his physical being. Well, I suppose it's possible that such a ritual was performed on you as well. He mentioned the process requiring many years. You have many more questions, I am sure, but for now you must rest. If this hunger takes a hold of you while your aether is exhausted, then it is even more important you recuperate from your exertions. And Arya, do not despair that you have lost yourself. After all, you are in perfect control now, are you not? I am. Thank you, Shirun. Give you a blade. Sorry. Can I understand that? Ishnai will seek a cure to Arya's condition, though I have little knowledge of such forbidden arts. I am confident that a determined expedition will yield the answers we require. Prepare yourself for another journey. I mean, I'll have hundreds of journeys at this rate. It's cool. Alright, let's go back to the main quest finally! Real quickly, check. Actually, let me switch over to my healer real quick to... If I'm gonna use my red mage to, mostly do main story quests, but use my healer for, like, dungeons and stuff, I need to at least keep her on same footing, or at least close enough same footing. And you can also have a taser. Like, where you are, do they have, like, what's the latest you can, buy alcohol? No, I mean, if you're grabbing somebody who's, like, trying to do something, you can tase them. Though, of course, if it's in a struggle, you might end up tasing yourself, which is no fun. You know, as soon as I switch over to my red mage to continue this... Oh, didn't. Nay Imperial in sight, that's a mercy. I'll gonna due east, past that bridge, follow me, it's not much further. I need to make more of these. Well, you're in Texas. I bet it's hot enough that people are probably wearing less clothing rather than more clothing. quickly grab Anselheim. True. Oh god. Yeah, that works. That's my house. Just 3 mil? Oh no, I don't even have 3 mil to my name. Bat. Eyes bad. Eyes bad. Melee. At least we have one melee so I can use it. That's not the tank. Everyone else is over here doing painted. The fuck? Yes. And everybody else died. Sorry, I am having to concentrate here. Oh no, I understand that completely. Range DPS. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Sabby. I know you said you don't have audio. I'm just saying hi anyways. I am halfway not paying attention to the chat right now, because I am with smart people. Okay. Woo. Ah, ah, ah. Um. That way he can see it. Couldn't have been older than 5 when we left this place. My memories are hazy at best. You can rest easy. We made it. This is Alagana. Feels strange coming home like this. I always imagined it would be. Oh, sorry. This has nothing to do with why we're here. We need recruits. Alright, thank you, Lone Wolf. Hope everything goes well tomorrow. Well, if you get called into work, who knows? Anyways, thanks for joining. We do, but as I said back in the Reach, it's a little more complicated than just asking for volunteers these days. As you know, we're short-handed because many of our people were taken in by Griffin's promises and went to the wall, never to return. It wasn't just them, though. Folks from all over, including some of my former comrades, answered his call to arms. As for why we came to this particular village, it is rumored that Al-Ghanan has lost a few youth as well. If there's truth to that, then there would be some others sympathetic to the cause. Then again, after Griffin's betrayal, they might be suspicious of outsiders claiming allegiance to the resistance, and rightfully so. Well, with all that in mind, how are we supposed to convince them to join? I mean, I knew it wouldn't be as simple as giving a speech in the village square. I don't know, going around, you know, being the person that does all the work kind of thing, you know, fetch quests, kill this quests. Not if you don't want the place to burn to the ground, no. You might as well piss in the Viceroy's eye. We'll need a good deal more than circumspect than that. You never know what an Imperial spy is listening. We must speak with the Elder first. I know for a fact he can be trusted. We'll listen to what he has to say and decide what to do after. Sounds like a plan. Let's hope there are still some brave men and women here willing to fight. New destination, Peaks Gate. Should have. Okay, same thing. Interested. Ragfrin Friend, the village elder, is over by the store. No time like the present. Let's have a word. The prodigal daughter. Not very often we have visitors, but you're more than welcome, lass. Come buy some from Stone, perhaps. What do you do here? Me, not a great deal, honestly. I'm just a regular Alamigan. Alaganan born and bred. I've been here through thick and thin. I was here when the town prospered, thanks to the quarry. I was here when we suffered under the Mad King, and I bet you can bet I was here when the Empire took our town for their own. My husband did in his lungs working at the quarry and passed away along with the industry he once belonged to. I have no more tears to shed. What kind of place is this? Algagan used to Algan used to be a thriving quarry town. We had the finest stone and the finest quarriers. The village even supplied stone used to build the royal palace. Plenty came from far and wide to make their fortune here. But once the Empire invaded, stone went out of fashion, and cold, harsh buildings made of metal sprung up everywhere. Nowadays, we struggle just to stay alive. Most of the houses here were cobbled together with stone taken from the remnants of the quarry. And some days, there's not even enough food for one meal, never mind 3. Every time I close my eyes, I see their faces, their wild eyes, their hungry smiles. Anselhelm. I've not done much today, and I'm already knackered. Some days the village just saps the life out of me. Well, if you don't have a good diet, that can also happen. Not that I'm blaming you. Sounds like a shit lot right now. Here are the leftovers, dust and gravel and the like. Us too, you might say. We shaped the peaks, and they shaped us in return. Ansgar. We still receive orders for stone now and then, though they're so few in number I can more than handle them all myself. When my sisters first went to work at the Baron's Bread, I had hoped she might be able to share some of their harvest with me. Alas, it doesn't seem like they produce much in the first place. Does this look any different from the others? I'm not shallow, shut up. Over there's on the lookout for nasty people. Not really sure what he plans to do if one does happen to appear. I don't know you, traveler. You're a merchant. You must not. You'll not find much custom here. Greetings and well met, Elder, and sincerest apologies I did not send word ahead of our arrival. Too long have I been away from Algana, and I would know of your recent troubles. Ah, your comrades in Milfred. I see, I see. Speak on, though. I suspect I know your purpose. The Griffin came with many men and left with many more. Such is the rumor. Is it true? He lit a fire in their hearts, then dangled a dream before their tired eyes, and now he come to steal away what few remain. The Griffin was a traitor and a madman. We have no part in his schemes. We have made an agreement with the Alliance. This time it'll be different. This time, cold comfort to the dead and the ones they left behind. How much more must we give before you had your fill? But surely you hate the Empire as much as we do. They took our lands, our traditions, even our god, and they demanded a fifth of what the little we've got left. I hate the bastards with every fiber of my being. But hate it's not enough, Melford. I can't. We can't keep doing this. I'll not tell anyone you came, but you need to go. Now. Leave us be and never return. You've got no right to speak to us like that. I have got a quarry with product barely enough to keep us fed, and that was before half our young men and women went off to die for your bloody cause. So yes, I've got every right to tell you to leave my village. No, you don't. Because it's my village too. My home. What the hell's you on about? Wait, I know those eyes. You're one of Curtis's girls. Liz Hex, and I'm here. I'm here to take back my homeland. By Ragnar, last time I saw you, you were... I didn't even know you were still alive. And I never thought you would come. I almost didn't. And my sister never will. Lots of others won't either. And that's why we've got to carry on the fight. You even sound like him. As you say, I've got no right to tell you to leave. Ghana is as much your home as is mine. But I say to you again, we can give no more. Yes, I heard you the first time. Let's go. Well, do what you will and say what you like. You'll find no recruits here. I mean, I'll be fine on my own. I'm always fine on my own, except when cutscenes stop me, or unwinnable fights stop me. In the sense of they're coded to be unwinnable. Wait, where are you? Over here. I didn't come here to fight. I hope I haven't made a mess of things. That could have been handled better, but what's done is done. At least we've been granted permission to stay. I was hoping Ragfred might help us recruit some of his people, but that clearly isn't going to happen. If we were to convince any of them to join, we'll first need to regain their trust. It's a risky and hardly subtle. Bitch, I've done this too many times. Let's say we approach the villagers directly, see what problems they've got, and if we can do anything to help. Ah, that sounds familiar. Makes sense to me. Let's split up and ask around. Let's split up, gang! Griseldis is here, but our mind is elsewhere. Best keep your distance if you know what's good for you. Say your piece and move on. Looking for folks down on their lucks. Congratulations, you found one. As you can see, my leg ain't work what it used to, and some days I can hardly walk with the pain. Mornings are the worst, especially after cold nights. Labor's hard right out. Too much pain and trouble for others. There's a tea that helps with it, though. I'll need to grind a kapuli horn and a horn-billed talon for the blend. You'll get me some for me just like that? You needn't trouble yourself so. I have no expectations of aid in mind, but if you pass along the last forest, stumble upon some chapuls and hornbills. Fine. It's not like I don't have healing magics or anything like that either, but fine. Okay, it's to the east. Go ahead and grab whatchamacallits while I'm around. I know this isn't truly... That's kind of actually a nice looking point. Northeast. Is it up there? Alright, alright. I'll also go ahead and grab quests in this area that will allow me to, I think I will. Herbert. The old joints aren't what they used to be. I can hardly believe I used to go up and down these slopes with pounds of stone in hand. There we go. I see you. Go ahead and see what all these people around here say, though. Hojikin. I'm too weak to do any hard labor. Ranfred tasked me with managing village affairs. It's not the most enjoyable work, but then there's little enjoyable about Al Ganan in the first place. Ganha. Ganhayanyaham. Glen. When the quarry stopped providing for us, we decided to build our homes in it instead. I've seen a crack or two appear in my walls lately, but I've still put money on the house outliving me. All my friends left the village quite some time ago. I'd be lying if I said I hadn't considered joining them. But had I gone as well, there'd be hardly any young people remaining. Everything? Everybody to talk to? Cool. That open? Nope. Alright. See what you want to. A new face in Ghana. Huh? What would you ask of me then? A stranger and a generous soul besides bollocks. There's not more suspicious than a good Samaritan. On the other hand, if you're an Imperial agent, I'd expect you to go about your business with more discretion. Bugger me. You really are here to help, aren't you? Very well. I'll take you up on your offer, stranger. My little brother's working the rocks by Grim Inn. He's got something for me. Can you go get it? Right then. Frightened Curl is his name. Anger Curl. Ask him for the leftovers. He ought to understand. Oh. Giant grasshoppers. Cool, 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 cool. At least it's big enough that I know the horn will last her a few days. You know, we can take that any way you can. I'm more or less saying she's gonna ground it up in the powder, but if you want to talk about using it different ways, you can! Not gonna stop you. Venting. One of the things, I think by this expansion is when they start showing the bonus ones, where there's certain ones that give more XP than others for the fates. Alright, let's see what this guy is about the leftovers. Southeast. regret doing this. I'm about to have to run past a bunch of shit, aren't I? The answer is yes. Dark. Ziggards, the original. God damn it. I mean, if you want to eat so much, I mean, die so much. Meat eater. Eat so much, die so much, same thing. These are the original pyramids. Touchy, 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 touchy. I have to go south also, don't I? More like that way. Step pyramid. Okay, so up and around. That thorax looks. I think that's the thorax, the body part of the insect. Cooking up a tasty stew for to fuel our friends quarrying over there. I'd help them by taking a pickaxe myself, but we'll end up with more stones than we could ever sell. There's just not much demand for it nowadays. Here for leftovers, are you? Not like my brother is to send someone in his stead, but so be it. It's in the sacks yonder. They're bleeding having mine, so be careful when you're picking up. I've picked up things that are absolutely bigger than I am, that were dead bodies. Multiple dead bodies, taking them over to the, that thing. It might be just easier. You know, the wagon that carried the dead bodies away. Ah, the new face. You have my leftovers? You load 10 and 6 tons. What do you get? Another day older and a deeper in debt. Ha ha ha! Huh, Welby, you actually went and brought the whole lot. Much obliged, much obliged. It's saltpeter for making fire sand. In case you're curious what it's all for. The rocks by the lakes got good deposits. It ain't hard for my brother to pass for any other plotting quarryman, all while sweeping bits and pieces off the side, to bundle up and sell to soldiers while what trade with the resistance. It's a living and a way of fighting back besides. Our way of spitting in the Guardian's eyes for putting our father in an imperial uniform and shipping him off some faraway providence 15 years ago. Don't know if he's dead or alive even. Though if you were alive, he would not be long for this if were caught fighting for the resistance. So this is the best we can do. That's the long and the short of it. We do what we can, though we know it's not enough. I think you'll find that most folks here aren't that much different. Everyone's got a reason, but in the end, the result is the same. I suppose I wanted you to know, that is all. That I know why you're here, and that even if we can't join you, we wish we could. Death by 1,000 rocks. Yeah. Death by 1,000 cuts. You've been gone a while. What brings... I never meant to... I mean, in times like these, you never think people will actually... This country is hard on people, but it's not just that. The Imperials, they've made it known I'm not to be helped. A dead man's good for one lesson, you know? Whereas a live one... Here with the Resistance, right? I suppose there's no reason not to tell you then. My father, God's rest his soul, was deadly sick at the time, so I had gone out into the forest, spear in hand, to gather herbs. Then I had the good fortune of running into an Imperial patrol. My weapon marked me as a rebel, or so they said. Not that I've made a difference if I fought back, but I knew what the lot of them were about the moment the Centurion laid eyes on me. Didn't matter in the end, of course. Some people just like to hurt others, and by the time I went back to the hut, it was too late for my father. Too late for me, too, eh? And many others, I imagine. Help them, too, if they like. They'll be grateful and say thank you, but beyond that, I won't hope for much. Wouldn't hope for much. Cynical youth, let's go over here. Excuse me, if you have a moment of your time. Yeah, what's this about? Time. Them. Oh, there you are, Ishnai. I've been trying to help the villagers deal with the food shortage of theirs. Recently, Imperials have been swooping into villages unannounced and seizing supplies in order to prevent people from stockpiling, in case they might be in league with the Resistance. It's not much, but I've taught them a few tricks to better hide what little they have left. How's Lies getting on, by the way? You think people would be more inclined to trust a local girl, assuming they remember her, that is. Why don't you go and see? No, I didn't mean to. And where were you these past 20 years? Where were you when we were ground under the Black Wolf's boots? On the other side of the bastard wall, living the high life, I'd wager. That's not fair. Huh? And who's this? One of your freedom-loving friends dying to help us poor unfortunate souls? Trying to whip us up into a frenzy so we go and storm the castrum with our pickaxes and shovels? Leave, all of you, before you bring a cohort down on us. And you don't dare speak like you're one of us. You can't even begin to understand what we've been through. You weren't here, Lies. You weren't here. This is my home, and I love it with all my heart. And if you truly have any love for it too, you'd keep us out of your doomed rebellion. To be fair, I was the one that killed Black Wolf. He has a point. No matter what I say or do, it doesn't change the fact that I left them behind. You were a child. This isn't about me or anyone. It's about Alamigo. Let's go and find Meafred. I was going to talk to Lias, but ended up... Looks like the Elder wasn't the only one unwilling to hear us out. Can't blame them, given what happened at the wall. I thought I might be able to appeal to them as a fellow... I don't know. Anyways, it just made them angrier. I haven't lived through it like they have. I can't claim to know the struggles like they do either, Lies. I ran too, but if I hadn't, I never would have met Ishnai or the rest of you, and we might not be here today, in a position to make a difference. So I don't regret my choices, nor will I apologize for them. It's more than one way to fight. Help! Someone! Anyone! We need help! Don't like the sound of that one bit. Come on. Well, the tribunal, the bloody rat man, they'll damn it all. There, take a deep breath and tell us what happened. It's business as usual. The Tridum's due soon, and we're taking it to the Imperial Wolves when the Quarantine attacked. They took my brother and our money. Took him where? Ruins to the south of here. It was just an old temple before they came. And listen, we're Kata's the only family I've got left. If I lose him, the ziggurat? If the red man took him there, he's as good as dead. We've got to go after them. If there's even a chance our brother's still alive, we have to try. Murder! Murder! Bastard woman. Gotta hurry! God knows what he'll be doing. You shouldn't get her hopes like that. Everyone knows that ratmen eat their prisoners. We can save him if we hurry, come on. You're right, Lies. We gotta help them. If not for the missing man, then for the Triboom. The Garleans won't suffer excuses if they're late. We're wasting time. Let's go, 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 go! So we're Karata is being held somewhere in the ziggurats to the south, which is being taken over by a host of Kui bandits. That's about covers it then. Chi-Chi bandits. Be prepared for a fight. They might be the most challenging foe, but there's sure a lot of them. Alright. The color of angry. Chirin. See, bonus applied. Bum 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 bum. Running slow! Hi, I'm back! Yeah, I really shouldn't sit down for this one. I mean, get off my horse. I mount. Survey? Please let me go. I'm begging you. I don't want to die. All the way to the top. Okay. Hear that? I think he came from the top of the ziggurat. Who dares come to loot our man flesh? Ours to eat, ours to eat. I knew it'd come to this. Kill them quickly before they alert the others. Murder? Yes. Cool. Pampat, you said there'd be no challenge. I mean, for me, Pampat, I also said there'd be a bloody host of them. You good, kid? You good, kid? You good? Hi, Rakar. What did I ever do to deserve this? I'm gonna go to bed. I've gone to bed hungry for months. I'm skin and bones. I hardly make a snack, much less a meal. I'll just let him panic here while y'all just walk up and we have this conversation. Oh, you found him! Wait, are you here to rescue me? No. I mean, yes. Your sister sent us. It's gonna be alright. My sister? Oh, Ragar be praised. She's safe! And you lot fought your way in here just for me? To think there are still good, brave people in this world. You should go before the Quaker and return in force. Do you still have the Tribunum? The Tribunum, the Imperials will be wondering where I am. I have to go. What, right now, in your condition? You don't understand. We were given a warning last month for being short. If I don't make it in time, there's no telling what will happen to me and my sister. Unlike him, are barely considered people under imperial rule. They're to work hard and pay their taxes, and if they don't, there'll be 7 hells to pay. Beatings, imprisonment, enslavement. And as for your womenfolk, well... I'm glad that we saved him, but seeing him run off like that, I've got a bad feeling about this. Nice as everyone to ignore conscience. Listen, Ishnai, Mifrid, I think we need to go after where Karta. Wait, Mirkata. Wait, you have not been thinking of stopping him. You heard what he said. If they don't pay one way, they'll pay another. I don't know. I know that I do. I don't want to interfere. I want to see that he makes it there safely. If that's the sum of it, then fine. Let's head down and see if we can't pick up his trail. The Black Wolf's pups. Don't turn around. There. Chocobo feathers. Buy a chocobo feather. Chocobo! I like the red chocobo. Any luck? A chocobo feather, is it? By my reckoning, it came from where Krata's bird, in which case, there's a collapsed bridge just around the bend. Hug the rocks and stick to the shadows. We'll find him soon enough. That looks cute and fluffy. Resist urge to kill. You really see us all the way up there in the tower? Any minute now, expect it'll come thundering around the bend. Hear that? Get cover. Get the cover, quickly now.
Are they Imperial?
No!
Worse. Skulls. Listen, Lise. Whatever happens, stay hidden and do not intervene. Understood?
I think you'll have to tie her down for that.
What? You there! Halt! You know you shouldn't be here. Explain yourself.
Forgive me, sir. I came to deliver the tribute and...
Oh, aye. A likely story. Only a fool would dare to come so late. Or, mayhap, a resistance spy.
No, you've got it all wrong. I was waylaid by bandits. It's not my fault.
I said halt!
Is this a joke? You don't seriously expect us to believe this is a fifth? How stupid do you think we are?
How rich do you think they are?
It is, I swear, on my mother's life.
Spare us. You came late, you lied about bandits, and then you tried to cheat the Empire of its due.
Think you can kill them all? Including the ones watching from the tower? Even if you did, others would come for him and his family. You'd be condemning them all to a life of hard labour. Assuming they didn't just execute them, that is.
But it isn't fair.
Life's not fair. It's not like his Chocobo was stopping any of this.
It's your bloody fault we're stuck out here patrolling this godforsaken wasteland. It's your fault I have to listen to people go on and on about how Alan Egans can't be trusted.
I think you're taking out your anger on the wrong thing.
I've worked and toiled harder than any man. I'm a citizen, goddammit. And what are you? A stupid, stubborn little dog who'd sooner bite the hand that feeds him and pine for the good old days.
Misplaced anger.
That's enough! Lord Xenos is expecting our report.
Good thing I'm not wearing red or any color that makes it obvious where I am.
He gets to go home. We should do the same.
Chocobo didn't do anything while he was being beaten. We could have done something instead of just letting it happen. We'll do something about it. I heard the commander was keen-eyed, but gods, that was a near thing. It tears me up inside to see our own kinsmen do the bidding of the Viceroy, but they made their choice, and if it comes to it, I'll cut down every last one of them myself. We're Kratos alive and the tribunum's been paid. That's all that matters now. I would for one, rather not wait to see if the skulls decide to return. We better get back to Algana and tell Ragford his men got the job done. Oh, come on. Say, minding my own business, he comes over here. I mean, I approach most monsters minding their own business, but I was actually minding my own business. Fair play, fair play, fair play! We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you did. Where Kata told me everything, how you fought the Chichirun that saved his life. For all the good it did, we saw what happened when you met the skulls, how they beat him half to death. We could have stopped them. I reckon you could. Milfred's a warrior, as is your comrade, and strong, and you're strong like your father, that much is plain. But I think Ragnar you did not, because it would not have ended with them. Where Kata and his sister would have been branded insurgents, if not for the whole lot of us. Bones heal, scars fade, but the dead remain dead. Unless I can res them, but I mean, we are alive, and that's more than could be said for only the gods knows how many others. That's enough for you, is it? To put up with whatever they do to you, so long as you see another day? That's right. You grit your teeth and you learn to live with the pain. I admit I was quick to judge you, lies, and for that I apologize. I know you and yours mean well. I do, but I'm telling you, gods in the heavens is my witness, that we've got nothing left to give. We can't help you. I understand. Thank you for your honesty. Don't worry, everything's gonna go. She may say it, but she doesn't mean it. Nor would I expect her to. Her father was as stubborn as an ox, too. If she's set on walking the same path, I but pray she won't follow the same end. I knew Curtis when he was younger, golden locks, piercing blue eyes. When I finally looked at hers, I saw at once she was his. Well, she took it better than anticipated, which isn't saying much, I suppose. We should go and see if she's alright. The thing that should be accepted is, we're at the beginning of the expansion, which means somebody has to kick us in, like, teeth to, you know, bring us back down to, you know, human level, so that we can work our way back up to being the amazing hero that we are. There's our stray. May have you take the lead in this, Ishnai. Sorry about running off like that. Megan's terrorizing their own. I just can't accept it, you know. No matter what he thinks, they shouldn't have to put up with it day after day after day. I mean, we'll liberate him, it's fine. I'm not completely naive, you know. I didn't expect him to storm the castrum with their pickaxes as shovels or whatever it was. But nor did I expect the Kata just to lie there in the dirt while they kicked him. I can't claim to know their pain. I barely remember this place, or even my father's face. But I remember Ida's. I remember how scared she was when we ran, and that look in her eyes when she talked about home. Her home. But not mine, is it? There you are, Lies. I've been looking all over for you. Kinda hard to miss with the red she's wearing. Well, you found me. Got something else to say? I do. I said some things to you before I shouldn't have. It wasn't my place to do so, and I'm sorry. All that rubbish I spouted about how I love my village, but when one of ours was in need, I was cowering here with all the others. I didn't even think to go after Werkata, but you did. Made me feel like the bloody hypocrite I am. If I truly cared for my people, I'd fight for them. So if you will have me. Cool, you don't even have a name, so wow. How quickly you're gonna die. You're asking to join the resistance? Well, if you put it like that, I suppose I am. But not just me. There are others I know who've been thinking about it for a while. There's not many of us, and we're not hardened warriors like you lot, but if your heart bleeds for Alamigo, that's good enough for me. And you and yours are more than welcome at Ragrar's reach. Thank you, sir. You won't regret this. I'll go and speak to the others and send word when you're ready. I mean, like I said, they haven't even bothered giving you a name, so I mean, please don't make me feel bad for your deaths. That's probably gonna come along, because like I said, we need to be kicked in the teeth before we, you know. Still think this isn't your home? No, I was just thinking aloud. And with that, my friends, our mission is concluded. Let us return to the Reach. Hi, I'm back for running everybody's errands. Until need to be spread. Okay, same. If you don't mind, I think of staying here and assisting Mitford with the training of the new recruits. Same thing. First of all, allow me to commend you both on a job well done. Nothing went wrong. Nothing went according to plans, and we nevertheless managed to attract some new recruits. It was your passion and conviction that moved them to join. Thank you. No, thank you for giving me an opportunity to find out what our people have been through these past 20 years. It's been humbling and troubling too. I'd heard about the skulls, but this was the first time I'd seen them in the flesh. I know you say they're the same as any other Imperial soldiers, and maybe that's how I'll have to think of them myself if our paths ever cross on the battlefield, which they will, of course, you know, but he's also going with this. When, not if. That day will come, Lies. You can't afford to hesitate when it does. Young, old, conscripted, citizen, Garlean, Almegan, none of that matters. They've all got their reasons, but they are no better than yours, especially when they're bearing down on you, blade in hand. Saying that, I don't want you to kill them any more than... I don't want to kill them any more than you do. If I could convince them to lay down their arms, I would. Sadly, I've never been much of a talker myself. But who knows? Maybe you could be the one, Lies. Your father certainly was. Right then. I'd best be preparing for these new recruits. Ishnai, Lies, it's been a pleasure. No. Thank you for your help in Algana. I'll admit I didn't have high hopes when we first set out, but the results speak for themselves. Well done. Same thing. Owing to the efforts of you all, we've accomplished a great deal in a short time. The Resistance thanks you for your services, Scions. I see operations here proceeding apace in my absence. Welcome back, brother dearest. I take your efforts to gather recruits were successful. Indeed, there are several among the Scions ranks that were quite eager to take part in our joint endeavor with the Resistance, whom much I come to present. Commander Kemp, if I may, my name is Arvinal Linthus, a half-breed, as you can doubtless tell. I'm here to fight for Free Amigo. Alamigo. Please don't die, you're one of the originals. From back before the Crystal Braves. For an Alamigo where women like my mother never made to suffer, I pray grant me this honor. You are a true born son of Garbana, just as me. It is not my honor to grant This is not my honor to grant, but yours to freely take. Welcome, brother. With our swelling ranks, and the aid of the Eorzean Alliance and the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, I believe we will soon be in a position to seize the initiative. Once our new recruits have received sufficient training, I'll propose to General Aldin that we draw up plans for an assault on Castrum Velodana. And then in the meantime, we'll make what preparations we can. Oh, we're not going to introduce any of the others? Cool! Meanwhile, in the Royal Palace of Alamigo. Beyond the majestic mountains across the Emerald Dial. Oh, singing. Deep! Skyrim singing. March on the Ivory Standard, united we prevail. From distant shores of Orthard to the lakes of Aldanyard. And the light of mighty Garlemald, forever our guiding star. I mean, you don't look as psychotic as your father.
Forces have occupied Castrum Orient and taken up positions along the length of the wall. Our patrols have engaged their reconnaissance parties on site, but there have been no significant exchanges.
What I mean by look less is that he actually doesn't, his father looks like a pale vampire.
Save one. A unit tasked with field testing prototype Magitech weapons was attacked. The weapons were destroyed, with the unit sustaining near total casualties.
Oh, shame.
Near total. Go on.
My lord, there was but a single survivor from the unit in question, which falls under my command. According to his report, they were ambushed by a contingent of Eorzean Alliance regulars, abetted by resistance insurgents.
A simple ambush and only one survivor. A fine day's work.
Why does that creep me out?
The stubbornness to survive is not without work. He may live. However, the 12th is no place for the weak.
He shall be relegated at once, my lord. As you say, the 12th is no place for cowards who count their lives more precious than the cause.
Indeed, indeed. We have no need of cowards.
Okay, bad guy hurting one of their own.
My lord,
Like I said, bad guys killing their own.
Cowards who defer critical missions to their subordinates, who hide within their castra, never meeting their prey in battle, never staring into the whites of their eyes.
Who does his voice? I need to look this up now. I'll probably forget, but I mean...
Why? When confronted with a heretofore unknown icon, did we surrender the wall to the Alliance?
Luke, Gale,
Because
Ellen
my
Gale.
honored father, in his infinite wisdom, has not seen fit to grant us leave to march on their lands.
Oh. Now I get where I recognize him. Forza Horizon 4. I've played. He's the voice of Billy.
Accordingly, we have extended an invitation to our neighbors. Gir Abania is where we shall host them. The field upon which we shall enjoy the sport of kings.
Yay.
Patience is paramount. Cornered animals may have spirit, but they are ultimately predictable and very poor sport. But if one dangles the promise of freedom before them while nipping at their heels to stoke their passion, then things become interesting. It is a delicate dance, one which asks much of my hounds. And so I put the question to you, my fellow huntsman. How shall we deal with these savages?
My lord, I have a proposal.
Silence, Alamegan! You do forget yourself! Only by the grace of Lord Van Baelstar were you afforded a place here, and that in name alone. We have no need of your proposals, savage.
This savage yearns to hunt her own. The floor is yours, Commander.
Thank you, my lord.
Alright. I feared it would take longer to rouse people into action after the disaster at the wall, but it seems our countrymen are not so easily discouraged. Change is on the horizon, my friends. Yeah, huh? We won't have much time to train the new recruits, but we'll make the most of it. The resistance will need every able-bodied man and woman on the field if we are to take Dana. Hi, Viatia! Alphano asked for volunteers, so here I am. First Ishgard, now Alamigo. No rest for the righteous. Everybody keeps saying that, and I'm hating them even more and more when somebody says that. Also, Tia, you're required to also survive. Moldva. Long ago did I resolve never again to take up sword or spear. At first for sport, then entirely. But a chance encounter with young Arvin Val served to remind me that not all battles are as empty as those fought upon blood sands. Minago did well to spread the word of our victory in the east. Hardly a day goes by without some would-be recruit arriving, inspired by the tale. Arvin Vod is not much older than I am. We would often chat about this and that whenever I paid a visit to the Waking Sands. I knew he had strong feelings about Alamigo and the occupation, but mayhap I underestimated his passion. For a long time I struggled to make sense of that day at the Waking Sands. Why I survived while Baba and Ali didn't? Not anymore. It happened so fast! It's so exciting! Yeah! Like I said, we have to get kicked in the teeth though before we, you know, rise up. Right then, I got duties to attend to. Mayhap we could assist you with said duties. We're here to help after all. And we're here to volunteer Ishnai for everything. We'll be grateful for any and all help you can offer. If you ask around, I guarantee you won't want for work. Oh, fine. Here, longer route. Okay, same thing. Adults think for themselves. Beeves. Teeb. Don't talk over here. Teeb before we go to see Beeves. There's never enough of anything that go around. That's why they put a man like me in charge of the stores. Some folks have trouble saying no. I don't. Beeves is certain he has seen you somewhere before. I beg your pardon? A woman who bested Gaius Van Belsar wishes to offer me her assistance. I say this is highly irregular, though I heard it said you had a penchant for aiding the common man. In which case, before the occupation, I was a humble historian. All my duties leave me scarce time for aught else. I think it was important that these momentous events be recorded for the benefit of future generations. Primary sources are indispensable, and I had a mind to question a number of my fellow freedom fighters and ask them for their motivations for taking up this cause and so forth. You may take down their statements in this log, and thank you for your service now and ever after. Future rest, future dust. No matters what their reasons are, only that they are honest and forthright. This is for posterity's sake, after all. Are you thinking that they'll be far more willing to talk to me for some strange reason? The autistic girl? Actually, people tend to give me their life stories without realizing it. Now think about it. That's... This is pretty. Omar. What's this? Why did I join the resistance? Well, if you must know, it was to avenge a friend the Imperials butchered before my very eyes, back in Alamigo. We owned a stall in the markets, and a passing soldier snatched up a piece of fruit. He spoke out before I could stop him. Only get a film of steel in the gut for his troubles. Found my way here, and that was that. Path leads to the Temple of the Fist, and it's my duty to ensure that only the sound... But those of sound body and mind are permitted to pass. So fucking not me, ever. Ever. Go ahead and teleport back, because I'm a lazy bitch. Alright. Moaning about our death, dearth supplies isn't going to change anything. It's up to me to find some way of replenishing our stocks and people's lives may be at risk. I was just a cook before all this. Simple fare, really. Had a chance to lend a hand and help feed some refugees one day. I took a liking to the fighters. they believed, you know, there's always a need for cooks, or at least people who can work with whatever foraging parties turn up. Consider... I'd say... You want to help, do you? Seeing as I'm in no position to leave the stew pot unattended, could you go and ask Trib for a variety of herbs? Oh, good that I was just there. 6 sprigs or whatever he's got on hand should suffice. It's not as haphazard as it seems. Depending on the recipe, it doesn't really matter what sort you add, just as long as you add something. I'll be here when you get back. A dash of green. I have a bunch of shit in my inventory, but it's probably not gonna amount for much. Oh, I forgot to talk to Carmina. Karma. Faster, faster, quick, or be dead. Imperials will show you no mercy. Who are you oh, I'm talking to them. I was like, who are you talking to? But no, they're... Herbs, is it? 6 sprigs of whatever's on hand? Freddy can't spare much. You'll take 2 and be glad of it. Reminder, the remainder you'll have to gather yourself. Shouldn't be too much of a bother, though. You'll surprise what you find growing underfoot, even the reach. Really? You know, you'd think that they'd been combed dry, but okay. Ours is a cause that knows no boundaries. Alamigan, Atana, and Nata are all welcome to the fight for freedom. My curiosity, what titles have I gained? I forgot how to check. Oh, there. Sky Pirate, so I have grown in the sky. Goes out forever. Haha. Up. Okay, up. There's the herbs. Have care, my friend. Area's fraught with danger. Well, I wagered that served to awaken the explorer within you. Hardy har har. Anata, that'll... You look like a strider in search of comrades in need. If so, I have a task for you. I am a trainer, and I was told to expect new recruits this eve, yet nary one has come. Perhaps they've given the wrong time or location, I know not. Their number is 5 in all, these would-be warriors. Send them on to me should you a chance find them. Of course. Of course. Vera have no love for the Imperials. Full glad we pledged our blades to the Resistance. Deafening glare. This is the Barber. You can find countless injured fighters here, either undergoing treatment or awaiting it. Tread softly should you go inside. I fear there may not be left I can do for this man. Yeah, too bad I can't main a healer or anything. Batter's got me in the no good like this. Same thing. I told you I'm told you've been busy, as we have, lest you wonder. None shall perish for want of proper treatment. I mean, there's one over there that might. Been to the peaks and back, have you? Glad to see you're in good health. Relative. Why, indeed, to save lives, perhaps, or make amends for the ones I couldn't. My father and my brothers were worked to death while building a castrum. What did it matter to the Garleans, eh? Where that lot came from. After that, I couldn't keep on doing nothing. Too many wounded, too little mess, and too much to worry about, so I don't. Instead okay, we've heard that from you. I know, I'm late, but I had to say a prayer to my sister first. After what the Imperials did to her, death was a mercy. Rock. Aren't you the Icon Slayer? Damned if I know why you're bothering asking someone like me why I joined the Resistance. But it's simple. If I wasn't fighting for Amigo, I'd be fighting for the Empire. You're either with them or not. If you're with them, you may as well make the most of it. Food, training, citizenship, if you live long enough. You'll die stealing someone else's land, like it or not, but that's the choice. But me, I'd rather die here. You'll learn to live off the land when you're in the Resistance. You'll be surprised what herbs people carelessly trample underfoot. Okay, my horse does not go in water. Shame. Not bad, eh? These bastards will turn Magitech armor to scrap in the blink of an eye. Houdini? Open the Raggar's reach, shall enter. This is my abilities. What do you do here? I'm a loyal member of the fighting against the Empire. It's a hard fight, but nothing compared to what my defenseless countrymen are dealing with. We shall not rest until the day we taste victory. What kind of place is this? Raggar's reach is our base of operations. We are protected by the watchful gaze of the Temple of the Fist. It was set ablaze long ago by the Mad King Theodoric, and the majority of the monks are massacred. The ruins now serve as a place for refuge for those who need it. Hi, Zell. Huh? Training? Gah! I was so busy practicing to impress the others, I completely forgot. Thank you. Impress the others. Oh, okay. Kiddo. Brooding. Okay, Skull. 1,000 pardons. So preoccupied was the question of whether All Amigo should be a monarchy or a republic. Oh, it's not that kind of brooding. And I like to attend to my training. How silly, I know. Until we drive the Imperials out of our land, the question is moot. Oh, there you are. I got the herbs I asked for. Yes. Ah, that'll do nicely. Sorry to oppose up to you, miss. Thought you were another new recruit. Didn't realize that you were, But to answer the question, it was probably on your mind. Yes, it's always like this. Never enough food or supplies to go around. All the more reason to be grateful when our countrymen can spare some for the cause. Though that comes at a cost, too. Too many villages, too many children, more deserving than us. But a man can't fight on an empty stomach, can he? So we partake as we must, and we must never lose sight of the dream. Teacher calls for me? I see. We were discussing strategies for disabling Magitech armor, you see, and, yes, of course. There's no time. If you would excuse me. Sure, that's what you were talking about. Sure. Hello, Ishnai. Have you spoken to the freedom fighters? I asked. As fascinating as they are varied, you have a knack for convincing others to bear their hearts to you. I could not have done it by myself. Many years from now, when these tempestuous temps pass into Vitmery, their accounts will serve as a window into the struggle. We must never forget, my friend. Never. Who's this guy I'm looking for? Last missing recruit. Is he in here? Am I blind? Probably. Wayward Brothers. Faint-hearted recruit, okay. Oh, bugger, you were sent by the snake, weren't you? I heard one in fro recruits don't live through their training. That can't be true, right? Oh, bugger. But say, you'll less likely survive if you don't get over there now, because... We lose sight of our place within the grand scheme of things. That's why I travel the world pen in hand, endeavor to record the events I saw. Even now, my habits remain. Whenever I find a few minutes to write of myself, I write. All recruits that are present are accounted for. Thanks, Strider. Not appreciate the rigor which I strange my recruits. Some favor a gentler approach, as if the Imperials would be so kind. 'Tis a thankless job to teach, some say, but I say their survival is thanks enough. Fare you well. I'm gonna go back up. Ah, just across here. Cool. Swarthy resistance fighter. Pretty jugabos! I'm not distracted. Damn it all, where could it have got to? Pardon me, fellow lover of freedom and justice. You haven't seen a ward of the Destroyer anywhere, have you? Maybe on the ground as if a certain bloody fool had dropped it? I'd been him. I had it this morning, that much I know for certain, and I've not left the Reach since, so it better be around here somewhere. If you got a moment to spare, would you be willing to help me search? I spent time near the Temple of the Fist earlier, so it might be there. As for me, I looked near the Officer's Pavilion. They're hardly rare, I know. And I could just easily buy another, but even so, please help me. Bounce. Bounce. Bip, bip, bip. Prayer to the patron. Alphanode, what do you have to say? Assisting one of your hidden fellows? I'll leave it to you then. I'm assisting many of them! I swear, I search high and low, but a thing won't just turn up. 7 hells, that's the one. It's my lucky ward. You're a godsend, sister. Oh. Didn't mean to hit that twice. And then Theoda came and burned it all to the ground, the mad bastard. After him came the Garleans, who cared even less for our beliefs. But I still keep to the old ways, as do many others. And when my son is born, I'll teach him the stories and the scripture, as my mother taught me. They're gonna just say more men's means we need more arms and armor, but we'll find a way. We've come this far, haven't we? Alpino's been making himself useful to the Resistance. Good! So have I! And with that, another task complete. Ah, Ishnai, I've heard you've been keeping busy. I'm never not busy. Aye, that she has, and we thank her for it. It pleases me to inform you that our new recruits have completed their initial training and stand ready to contribute. As discussed, Monago would have you present my proposal for an assault on Castrum Dana to General Alden personally. Of course, sir. And you and yours plan to return to Castrum Oriens before the operation? If so, why don't we travel together? Seems like a fine suggestion, but I must consult my comrades ere we depart. Very well, I'll wait you at the pass, but not too long. I expect Kiri and SHTOLA will wish to remain here to support the Churgans, but nevertheless we should ask them. Thank you for your... Okay, still same. Bounce. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Oh, wrong way. Same segment. Is Artemis? I see. That would explain the sudden fury of activity outside. The joint operation marks a turning point in our conflict with the Garleans. For the first time, the Resistance and the Alliance shall go on the offensive, and attempt to capture an Imperial outpost in occupied territory. Personally, I believe it is imperative that we offer them our full support. As was the case with Ishgard, however, this is not a choice to be made lightly, nor is it on others' behalves. This is war, and every side must decide what part he or she will play. I'll fight, For Alamigo, for my father, for Ida. I'm in it till the end. The choice was made for us we were born, brother. When the Empire marched on Eorzea, they'll stop at nothing to subjugate or slaughter us all. Van Baelsar and Van Darnus were but the first to try. Though your fervor is surprising, I cannot dispute your logic. At the risk of repeating myself, I am of course the same mind. The present situation is untenable, and further complicated by the existence of Ilbert's Primal. I believe we have no recourse but to directly openly intervene. I thought this was a foregone conclusion, given our actions this far, but if you required a renewed affirmation, then yes, I am still wholly committed to this cause, for it is ultimately the self-same cause I have served since I first pledged to serve Master Louis Sois and the Circle of Knowing, the salvation of Eorzea, by any means. That said, I shall refrain from taking the field on this occasion. There are many here who require further treatment, and doubtless more to come after. I came here from Mentphilia, and that hasn't changed. However, I'd like to stay with SHTOLA for now and tend to the wounded. As for you, Ishnai, you are, to quote our dear friend Lord Edmont, the woman who slew Gaius Van Baelsar and some half-dozen primals beside. Your presence may well prove the difference between victory and defeat. I know, right? Please stop praising me, please stop praising me, please stop praising me. Many look at... And then he continues and starts praising me. Many look to you as a hero and heap great expectations upon your shoulders, but you, like every scion, must decide for yourself. Why are you asking me? We can but carry on for those we've lost, for those we can yet save. Well said. Well said indeed. At least it was more than two choices. Take care, SHTOLA, Kiri. Do not hesitate to contact us should you require assistance. Lies, I would ask you to remain here by Conrad's side. We should go, or Minago will leave without us. Might I persuade you to join us, Ishnai? Should you wish to give your decision further consideration, Castrum Orans would seem an apt place to do it. I already made my decision! You need not answer right away. I'm sure I can convince Minago to wait a little longer. I already have an answer! Why are you acting like I don't? I am Paragon! Ah yes, asking everyone's opinions before making a critical decision. Truly, this is a far better arrangement than having centralized leadership. We have our work cut out for us after the operation, I fear, but we'll do what we can. That's all any of us can do, is it not? I did not notice you were over here, Emmett. What do you have to say, Emmett? You wouldn't believe how many bandages we go through in a day. I pray we get more soon. Let's see what's... Now that you have your victims, I mean, trains. There's no love for the Imperials. Oh. Or it's the wrong one. Meeklin. Don't watch yourself around these chocobos. They're trained for combat, so they're a bit more aggressive than your average bird. I don't know, have you met my Boko? Also, the average bird, the chocobo just stood there while his master was being beaten up. Let's be sure you've got everything you need. We might not be coming back for a while. Hints. Foreshadowing. Grandfather stood with an army that faced the Garleans at Cartano. This is dangerously close to becoming a family tradition. Will we celebrate it every year? Will you be... So you will be accompanying us. Full glad I am to hear it. All set? Excellent. Then let us be off. Alright, I'm guessing when we start collecting that, that whatever that is, where's it, that big bridge? I don't remember. I know that one in this room. Greetings, Wobet, Lieutenant Ciarfox. I was been dispatched here by RPG sex capital of Final Fantasy XIV to command the Maelstrom forces here. This campaign has taken us quite far from the shores of Vibrand, though the logistics of a prolonged deployment have been a source of much consternation. I prefer to view it as an opportunity to strengthen ties with our allies and study their methods. I hear that Ragar's Reach is overrun with new recruits. Did I not tell you that we only need to inspire people to rise up once more? Oh no, the shit's about to hit the fan for a bit. Pleasure to meet you, Ishnai. I oversee the outer operations here in the Elder Seer's stead. Rest assured, our scouts were handpicked from the elite ranks of the God's Quiver and Wood Whalers. If the Imperials take so much as one step to the east end, we'll know. Recently seized the suit of armor from Baelsar's wall. Until we've completed examinations, citizens are not prevented inside, not even adventurers. Not even me? Fine. Welcome back, comrades. What's the news? Greetings, General. I come at Commander Kemp's behest to brief you on the latest developments at the Reach. Our recruitment efforts have exceeded expectations! In addition to welcoming many more motivated Alamegans, our ranks have been bolstered by the arrival of a number of experienced veterans, thanks in large part to the efforts of the Scions. As consequence, we are now able to field half a dozen new units, with more being trained as we speak. Good. I gather Conrad is eager to strike when the iron's hot? Just so, General. He proposes that we begin preparations for a joint operation to capture Castrum Velo Dana. Dana. Capture? That will not be so easy. It will, however, be necessary if we are to ever push eastwards towards the capital. There's no profit in delay. I mean, sometimes there is. It's only a matter of time before the Garleans learn of our plans and summon reinforcements. The Alliance hereby accepts Commander Kemp's proposal. Tell him to take no chances. Bring every able-bodied Alamegan who can wield a weapon. Pippin, I want Velodana watched. Assess its defenses. Every fortress has a weakness, and I would know this one's. It's a bridge. If there's no objections, General, might the Scions join Marshal Tarupon? By all means, if that's all, let us be about it. Accurate assessment of their strengths and weaknesses will be key to our success. Measure twice, cut once, as the Gradonian carpenters are so fond of saying. For the operation of this import, we can afford to hold too many reserves. Surely the Maelstrom will take part in this assault. This will be our largest engagement yet. Our conjurers will do their utmost to provide support, but we must be prepared to suffer significant casualties. Taking Villa will be the first significant step in wresting Alamigo from the Empire's grasp, but make no mistake, there will be many more such steps, each one at a cost. Of course! A Castellum is less a military installation and more of a supply depot, a storage and distribution facility for the surrounding area. That being the case, taking it will not only earn us a strategic foothold, but deprive our enemy of valuable resources. Conrad and the General are of one mind, it seems. I only wish I could say the same. While this aggressive strategy may well profit us in the end, what losses will we suffer in the meantime? Anyways, we should speak with the Vice Marshal about this reconnaissance missions and see how he would like to proceed. No, that is actually better. not being... So Master Tarapin means to lead the reconnaissance mission himself, does he? Okay, same thing. Thank you for volunteering to join me. This should be a fairly straightforward reconnaissance mission. So long as we do not have the ill fortune of running afoul of an Imperial patrol, do not jinx it, please. Come, our destination is beyond East End, just north of Dina. Yen 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 yen. Yen 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 yen. Careful out there, you soul man home. Well, man my size at least. Still low enough level that everything decides to go rah 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 as soon as it sees me! I don't know, my voice is actually having a moment. I might end it sooner than that. Goodness. Hey, that's it to the Atlantis End! Bounce. Bounce. Even should they be unaware of our plans, I would be surprised if their western defenses were not heavily fortified given the presence of the Allied forces at the wall. Unless you're trying to bait us into a trap. I have no clue, actually. That appears to be out of the ordinary at a glance. This ought to be close enough. Now we settle in for the long. It said that it would be prudent to keep your weapons at the ready in the event of a passing patrol stumbling upon us or worse. Several cutscenes will play. Should I? It's a several. Yeah, let's just get this. Like I said, after capturing this, I'll end it for tonight.
Excellent. The disposition of the Imperial forces is exactly as expected. I will notify Father.
Cool!
Cannon fire! Where did it come from?
Smoke! There! Is that... Oh god, it's Helga's reach.
Fuck. Were we distracted? Now shit's happening?
It's no use. I think someone's jamming our communications.
So! Fuck!
Could this be part of a coordinated attack?
I mean, yes!
Too early to draw conclusions. We must abort the assault and return to the Reach at once.
I guess Regular's Reach is no longer gonna be able.
Forward! Give them no quarter!
But I don't have quarters, I have dimes. Oh, wrong thing. They're talking about that kind of quarter. You want $1? I think that was $1. I have some pennies.
Traitor! Kinslayer!
You're no kin of mine!
You're trying to get something from me, game? Huh? I mean, he's cool and all.
Hell take you!
Oh, fucking hell. He's on the battlefield with us? I mean, I'm not there yet, but I mean...
Well.
Well...
Stand aside, pilots. This one has promise.
Promise?
Have a care, my lord. She's not like the others.
She was born differently.
Do not disappoint me, girl, or I will kill you.
This is so creepy! Well done, voice actor! Ah!
Seven hells. It's him. It's Xenos.
The Viceroy? Oh, you are a dead man! Ah!
So spirited, and yet so empty.
Now I'm actually feeling something. Don't you dare, don't you dare, don't you dare. SHTOLA! SHTOLA, you're also not allowed to die.
A magical barrier. Alas.
Are you gonna get out a new weapon?
It will not save you.
Shiver, God. It will not save you. SHTOLA! Actual blood! Well, I mean, it's called Stormblood, so I mean, I guess.
Hold the line, Byroga! Hold the line!
Do we not have mounts? Do we literally not have chocobos for this?
Cryle!
Alphino!
Why are you thinking it's okay to stop now?
We saw the smoke and thought we heard explosions. Are we under attack?
The Imperials were all over us before we realized what was happening. No one knew where to run or what to do. It was chaos. Lise and Master Kemp rallied the guards and bought us enough time to get some of the wounded to safety, but I haven't seen either of them since.
Confound it! If we lose the reach, this will all have been for naught. Arenvold, can you escort these people to the wall? Aye, sir.
Our place is at the Reach. We must offer such aid and succor as we are able. Saving lives is now our paramount concern.
If we can hold back the Imperials until Father sends reinforcements, we may yet turn the tide.
I'll join you. I've done all I can for these people, and you'll be crying out for a healer in there.
Yes, of course. Me, whose main is a healer. I will absolutely be crying out for a healer. Sorry.
I fear you're right. Come, there is no time to lose.
There are literally all of us healers. If I'm and Ali over there's playing a red mage, you're playing an arcanist, and she's playing an arcanist. I mean, the only healer that we won't have is Pippin over there. But yeah, sure, we'll be needing for those healers. Alright, Haru. I hope you sleep well. I'm probably gonna go to bed soon after this too. The plan of duty. Yeah, reinforcements, yeah.
It's all over now.
Came from nowhere, started counting down people left and right as though... Where are we going? I want to call them hostages. Sorry, I'm concentrating! Yeah, I probably won't be sleeping for a bit. But thank you on that. Guess I'm going this way? Those monsters, these people have surrendered. Not too late for the others, we must hurry.
For the glory of the flames!
Beowulf. Are these beastmen fighting for the Imperials? I've never seen them before. Oh, so Wolf Bowman was literally... I thought it was just like they were as savage as wolves kind of thing.
scum!
No, you can keep going after me, and I'm not gonna change anything. God, who in the Seven Hills are you? Somebody you should not underestimate. You stole the!
What took you so long?
Bitch!
Alpha, no, I need your help!
Yeah, the other better healer here.
My lord, the prisoners!
See to your men, Pilus.
As you command, my lord.
Your friends were a disappointment. But you will entertain me, will you not?
This is according to how you want me to entertain you. I mean, I am a Twitch personality. Does that count as entertaining? I mean, it's not for everybody. Hiya, Murray, how are you? If we kill him now, yeah, we're not going to be able to kill him now.
As one.
He is absolutely going to be a scripted lost fight. I just know it.
Be gone!
Holy fuck!
Give me something to remember.
What if I don't wanna? Can you not? 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 Could you stop looking at me menacingly? Stop striding at me so menacingly. Better, but lacking nonetheless. Bitch. The swell. Oh god. I'm doing fine. Oh my god, it's missing! The fuck! I know that. I don't like it's called the swell. That makes it like a kinky level of ew.
Don't stop now.
What if I wanna? Yamate? Yamate? I'm like chipping at his health. This is like... Oh, you knocked me straight into that bitch. I would have misjudged. No, I'm good, I'm good. No, 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 no! Apparently I was a good choice in that matter. I mean... Cool. Nice panty shot.
Pathetic.
Bitch!
Seven hells.
Let him walk away. Heal, heal, heal! Thank you.
Chase, General.
Nay, there has been enough death this day. See to the wounded.
Aye, sir.
You all right, lass?
Do I look okay? I don't know what to say.
To best the likes of you, Xenos is not what I took him to be.
Yeah, I look great. I look sexy. I care. Yeah.
Don't you die on me, Ishola! Hold on!
Y'shtola was able to get, you know, bloodied up, but me, I didn't.
Don't worry, it's going to be alright.
Yeah, also, there's not a second healer here.
Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Then I'll just be here, not being a healer. I know not in the class of it, but red mages can heal and res after a certain level.
Don't just stand there gawping. Hold her down while I work.
She's not moving, though. I'm gonna see if, like, if I change into a healer and look into
The worst is past, but without the proper facilities, I can do no more.
Master Kemp too would be better served in the infirmary. Let us take them there without delay.
Because there'll be people there in the infirmary?
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? Oh, of course. I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our help. Leave these two to us and look to the other wounded.
I'm gonna go back and see if there, in the healer thing, if there's any. Came together, specific code, but in the end there's too many of them. I'll talk to you real quick. Crimson, where it began. You did well, Ishnai. You saved life. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's see what we can do for the wounded. Every minute counts. No. Let's go over here. I want to see if there is an actual change. I know that it usually is not, but... And then after that, we'll end it for the night. What are we doing? I just am curious to see if anything really changes. After all, as a healer...
Don't you die on me, SHTOLA! Hold up! Don't worry, it's going to be alright. Alphino, Master Kemp is all yours.
Understood.
Don't just stand there gawping. You're a healer, aren't you?
Fucking hell! Yes! Actual interaction with being a healer! Sorry.
The worst is past, but without the...
Master Kemp 2 would be...
Give us a hand, would you, Lise? I know you must be exhausted, but there will be others who need our...
So yeah, it does. That's awesome. That absolutely is fucking awesome. That makes me happy. I know it's something small, but it fucking makes me happy. Let's see. I have somebody we're gonna go annoy. It hasn't been on that long, so we can annoy them. Yay! Alright, y'all. This is Ciarfox. I hope you have a good day or night, whenever it is, wherever it is you currently are. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and comment. And we're getting the mic stuff fixed.